Hello and good morning. I am Dion Nicole, and thank you for joining me today. So we're talking about mind control. Mind control is very interesting and very serious. You may say that it's a good thing to be able to control someone's mind. After all, you can get what you want if you control someone's mind. But is it really a good thing? And while you're thinking you're controlling someone's mind, is someone controlling your mind through psychological techniques? That's the thing. And the reason you have to be aware of mind control is because you want to maintain your independence as a thinker and as your own individual person, as your own individual psyche, because it's a purpose and a reason why you are here. And if your mind is being controlled, then you will never ever be able to fulfill that purpose. So who's controlling anybody's mind? Dion, where is all this mind control coming from, right? Let me tell you, influence is everywhere. Everywhere. You can't get around it, and we live amongst it. We live amongst all types of influence on social media, on the mainstream media, radio, television, newspapers, magazines, anything, anywhere, old school, new school. There's all kinds of ways of getting information and all kinds of ways of getting influence. So all the information that you receive, believe it or not, that is influence. Everything that you see, that you read, that you review is influence. And so the important question is, who or what is doing the influence? Who or what is supplying the information? Where does it come from? Who's in control of it? Who makes it possible for you to see it and review it? That's a very good question, but who cares? Sometimes no one really thinks about that or cares, because the important thing is how something makes you feel. And I think that that's the influencer's purpose and goal, is to cause us to feel a certain kind of way that will cause us to give in to the influence. So we have to be careful of our feelings, be careful of our thoughts, because depending on what your thoughts are, you will be able to be compelled into the influence. Back in the day, we used to have just a few channels that you could watch on the mainstream media. And I honestly feel that that's the reason so many people or different groups of people had the same opinion about a lot of main things or main topics, because your influence was very limited, and the TV choices as to what you were receiving, movie choices, all of that was very narrow and very limited. And I really do feel like that's a reason why a lot of people believed the same thing. Fast forward to today, with technology advances and social media blowing up with the internet, there's so many different types of choices that we all have. And so with all these choices, there are so many different types of mindsets that are formed. Because, to be honest with you, I believe that social media is both a blessing and a curse. A blessing in the way that we could have never gotten some of the information that we really do need today to strive and to grow. And a curse because the wrong people with the wrong intentions take information, twist it and turn it for their own personal gain, including the media, including those who control the media. Because what a lot of people don't realize is, world is the world, and the world has an agenda. Be careful where you're getting your information from. So important to know where the resources of your information is coming from. Your information has to come from some type of source, but we all need to be researching that source, finding out the fact of the facts, because the quote-unquote facts that everyone wants to feed you and show you is not always the fact. It's just something that someone wants to feed you for you to ingest and take as fact. Just like the food that you eat, there are certain ingredients that are secret that you can't see or don't recognize if you really don't research what's in it. And before you know it, you're ingesting something that is not good or healthy for your body. Well, the same as this information that you're receiving, without really knowing where it's coming from, you're taking in something that is not good or healthy for your mindset, for your thought pattern, for your belief system. And so what I feel like the world's agenda is to throw us off our true and real solid belief system. When we have a real good foundation, the world's agenda, which is powered by the enemy, is to throw us off of that solid foundation, get us on the world's foundation, make it seem normal, and then call it a new age or a new system of thinking where we accept any and everything of what's being given to us. And I just think it's crucial, and I would like to charge everyone to become a free thinker, a free independent thinker. You have to know who you are, what you believe, and why. You do not want your mind to be controlled. Now, we heard about back in the day, in the Cold War times, about MK Ultra and how psychologically some of the soldiers were being controlled. Well, that's a literal mind control. And I've heard of that in the new day as well. We've heard about cloning. We've heard about different drugs that'll make your mind altered or not remember things. I do believe this may be true, but I'm just talking about simple manipulative tactics, simple words, simple ideas, simple images that throw you off your track. The distractions are there to control your mind. Do your own investigation, find out your own facts, do your own research, because if we don't wake up and every day be in control of what we're doing, why we're doing it, the source of where we're getting our information from, and the source of where we're getting our inspiration from to live out our day and our life, then you will get tricked up into a life that you did not even intend for yourself to have. The world's agenda didn't just start on yesterday. In fact, the world's agenda didn't start before any of us were born. The world's agenda didn't start before any of our grandparents were born. The world's agenda started at the beginning of time, when Satan was kicked out of heaven and sin entered the world. We're all born into sin. You can't avoid it, but you can bypass it. You can reject it. You don't have to succumb to what the world is ending up to be. You don't have to feed into the common narrative of today. You can control your own mind. Don't be under the mind control of another person in this world. Don't be under the mind control of leaders that are not truly connected with God. Test the spirit and know if it is real. Know if it is really, truly of God. And if you're not of God, test yourself. Find out, what is it that you believe? Why do you believe it? Where does it come from? Some people truly think that their ancestors are guiding their life. Some people truly feel that their spiritual guides are guiding their life. And what I mean by that are these entities in the universe. God created the universe. We need to be connected to the only source that can truly control our minds in a positive way, that'll help us duck and dodge the distractions that keep us off our focus in this world. So that's all. I just wanted to talk a few minutes but I did go on and on about mind control. Don't let anyone control your mind. Keep it under your own control. Be led by the Spirit of God, the true Spirit that comes from God, and that's the Holy Spirit, to lead and guide your life. Get connected if you're not connected, and we'll talk more. Take care, guys.